Hi there, I'm Laura, and along with my partner Thibaut and a team of inquisitive teens, we produce this series that answers the questions about what teenagers are really all about. Well, they actually produce it, and edit it, and write it, and host it. They do it all. It's pretty amazing. So given the resources, the guidance, and the reins, let's see what they come up with. You in? On today's show, a few of the critics head over to the 48-Hour Film Project Horror Festival. It's a lot of fun. Stay tuned. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, Montana here at Providence with Teenage Critic, and today I'm here with Carl Dupre, and he's the producer of the 48-Hour Horror Project. And, well, can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yes, the 48-Hour Horror Film Project is, this is the first time that we've done anything like this in Providence. It's something that they tried last year in another part of the country, but this year they've got about 5 different cities, including Providence, participating. And the basic deal is you have 48 hours to make a short horror film. And it's a competition of sorts. We have several teams. We had 18 teams this year participating. There's also a regular 48-hour film project, which this is based on.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
I made a movie.
What, you mean like a whole movie?
Yeah, I was in the 48-Hour Film Project.
What's that?
It's a film festival that gives you exactly 48 hours to write, shoot, edit, and deliver a film.
Eso debe haber sido una locura total.
Sí, lo sé. Dormí 3 horas en todo el fin de semana.
How long is the movie?
It's about 5 minutes long. It has to be between 4 and 7 minutes.
So you can make any movie you want?
Yeah, pretty much. They give you a character, or a prop, a line of dialogue, and a film genre, and you have to use them all in the movie.
Interesting. So what character did you have?
Suraj or Savitri Prakash, call center executive.
Dwight Williams, party planner.
Robert or Robin Leonard, smooth talker.
C'était quoi ton objet imposé?
Un élastique.
بإذا خفت سامول خلي يشتمش.
Maverick.
What was your prop? Oh, a little black buck.
Our prop was a head of cabbage.
Our prop was pistachios.
We had to use this ridiculously large noodle. We didn't have to use that?
What was your line of dialogue?
We had to use the line! We had to use the line. Something good's gonna happen to you soon.
우리 대사는 나의 운은 내가 만든다.
The required line was, you win some, you lose some.
What genre did you have? Science fiction?
Actually, horror.
Did everyone make a horror film?
No. Other teams had romance, drama, and the dreaded musical or western. But every team drew their genre from a hat.
Тийм учраас дэлхийд дээрх бүх багууд ижил төрлийн юм юу?
Wait, this isn't just here in Johannesburg?
No, it's in over 100 cities around the world. It's been going for more than 10 years.
Over 10 years?
I hear they screen 3,000 films a year.
There's a screening
That's right. If you finish your film, they screen it a few days later in a movie theater.
Our whole team is going. Cool. We're psyched to see our film, and everyone else is too.
Yeah, it was totally fun. We're even getting ready for next year.
Sounds great. Need another teammate?
Sure.
Be quiet! I am trying to watch the movies!
What happens is, at 6:30 on Friday night, you're given a specific genre, you're given a line of dialogue, a character, and a prop. By the same time on Sunday, actually they give you an extra hour. At 7:30 on Sunday night, you have to turn in a completed short horror movie with credits and music and titles, all that. All the teams were given a specific subgenre. So one team was given a zombie movie, another team was given a B horror movie, spoof, cannibal, vampire, Frankenstein monster, Godzilla monster. They're all kinds of different, and they didn't know. They did not know until like the very last minute, and they all hit the ground running. And I was pretty amazed to see. I'm always amazed at these events to see what people can do in 48 hours because it's a real test.
Are you working in full HD?
Yes, we have the capability of projecting in full HD. I think that almost all the teams did turn in full HD, but ultimately it's the choice of the team, the filmmaker, to whatever they're using. But we've got the capability now to work in full HD.
Why did you basically decide to go with like a genre of like sorts?
Well, the regular 48-hour film project has become immensely popular, and it's a global phenomenon now. From what I understand, I think it was Paris this year. I'm pretty sure it was Paris. Had 120 teams and just to give you an idea, Providence this past summer had like 62 teams, and it was ridiculous, the most teams that Providence has ever had. So we double that, and that was just one city. And so the people who the executive producers of the 48-hour film project decided that they'd like to see how this worked, and they had the horror project, they had the holiday film project, which is coming up. I'm not sure how many cities are participating in that. The horror one is the only one that Providence is participating in. But they also had there's a political movie project, and romantic comedy project. So there are all these little genres that are going on.
Taking off. And they're not using the prop or the line of dialogue as well?
No, they are. That's the thing that strings all these together, is that you have 48 hours, obviously, to make your movie, and you are given a line of dialogue and a character and a prop at the last minute. And the reason for that is so that you can't make a movie like all year and then go, oh, here's my 48-hour film project. You have to, and that's why they give
And that's what happened in the horror one as well?
The horror one, we have the line of, the character is Earl or Earlene Fisher. The prop is a pumpkin. Everybody has to use this. And then the line of dialogue is, no matter what you do, ... Oh, never mind. So they got to work that into the script.
So you're part of the Rhode Island Film Collaborative. Can you talk probably a little bit about that?
Yes, the Rhode Island Film Collaborative is a group of filmmakers and people who are involved with the movie scene in Rhode Island, and it works on a variety of levels. It's a networking tool. A lot of people go to the Rhode Island Film Collaborative meetings. I believe it's the first Tuesday of every month, or this. Don't quote me on that. It's one of the Tuesdays of the month where. Second Tuesday. Thank you, Mel. Also a member. The second Tuesday of the month, they have networking meetings where people just basically they bring their business cards, they introduce themselves to one another, and it's a great way to meet. Like say you're a makeup person, and you meet someone who directs commercials. Well, the next time they're making a commercial, they'll give you a call, and that's one aspect of the Rhode Island Film Collaborative. The other thing is they put on events like this, which are really great ways of charging up the film community, and they're not just professional filmmakers that do this, as you probably know. This is something like a bunch of friends get together and do, or a family gets together and does. But it's unifying anybody who's interested in movies on all levels.
So what if a kid wants to get into the 48-hour film fest? How would they get into the 48-hour film fest to be part of it?
Well, you just need to have an adult sign off. You need someone over 18 who can act as a chaperone on the project. And we actually had a teacher who, her students, I think it was 6 or 7 of her students decided to get in on this, and she did the paperwork, but they did all the filmmaking. But her job was just to be the person who was responsible to be the chaperone for the project. So that's the only obstacle, I would say.
Is there a website or something they can go to?
Yes, www.48hourfilm.com. You go there and you get all your answers from.
Is there an age limit, or is everybody accepted?
No, everybody's accepted.
Oh, no age limit?
There's no limit. No, I mean 8 to 80, I guess.
Thanks so much for talking to us, and tune in for the video.
Coming up next.
What's coming up next?
Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dakota, and we're back here with Teenage Critic. Right now, we're here at the 48-Hour Film Festival that is going on, the Horror Film Festival. I'm here with
Zoe Arnold Connor
and
Kieran Tyrannosaurus Flex McDonough.
Boy, that is a mouthful.
You can just call me Tyrannosaurus Flex or T-Flex if you prefer.
Thank you. I hear you guys have a video into the 48-Hour Film Festival. Would you like to elaborate on it a little bit about the process, what it's gonna be called?
So our film is called Stitch Ripper. I produced and did a couple other things like effects and editing, and
I did directing and writing on this. It was grueling.
Yeah, we had a team of about 10 people, and
3 of them went to Lasergate. 3 of them went to Lasergate Saturday while we were filming, so we had a team of 7 people.
And it was definitely a challenge making sure that everybody knew their role and what they were supposed to be doing on the shoot day. But we pulled it together. We handed in our film on time, so that was an achievement.
Another question I have is your group college students, high school students, middle school students? What is it generally made up of?
Most of our team is high school students. I'm a high school graduate and I'm going to college next year. And then we've in the past had college students on our team.
In your honest opinion, what do you think is your favorite part of making a film? Is it editing, visual effects, acting?
I love practical effects. I did the special effects for this, and they're not perfect. I'm still working on it, but I had a lot of fun with it. I do like editing also, but that can be a lot more stressful.
I understand. How about you?
I like the whole filming process. I am not super computer oriented. I can never get my head around it, so the editing is, I'm calling the shots, but she's doing all of it. We had another editor, but I just don't know how to do that. But filming, we filmed all Saturday and just lining up each shot and pushing yourself to play with maybe unconventional lighting or unconventional angles is definitely, when you pull that off, I think that's the most satisfying. When you just look back on it and you see it fell into place and it worked. That's definitely the best part of the process for me.
What moves and motivates the 48 hours? What is the drive that makes you want to just go I want to do this?
For me, it's knowing that there's a deadline and that people are going to see it at the end of the weekend. You know, you want to put something out there that you can be proud of and you can show people this is what I did in 48 hours. Plus, it's just fun.
Thank you for joining us today on Teenage Critic. We hope your movie is a complete success.
Thank you.
Hi, it's Haley, and you're watching Teenage Critic. And today we're here at the 48-Hour Film Festival. And it's a bit of a premiere, and they're showing all the films that they've done for their 48 hour. I was actually in one of the films. It was such a great experience. I made such great friends. And it's usually about 9 hours of filming, but I actually filmed for about 4 hours. It was definitely a great experience. You become so close with everyone, and you get to film, so it's really fun. So this is my second 48-hour film. My other one was a comedy, and now this is the horror film. So this is my first horror film. What's the matter?
Next up is a Heart to Heart. They're just opinions, people, but they're teen opinions, so listen up.
Hey guys, this is Sydney from Teenage Critic, and today in Heart to Heart I'm going to be throwing it back a little bit. Earlier this week I was kind of thinking about a Heart to Heart that I did a while back, and for those of you who have been following the show for a while, you might remember one of my earlier Heart to Hearts on jealousy. And in that little episode I talked about this friend I had, and I was saying how perfect she was and how I was so jealous of her. She was so smart and pretty and popular. So I was thinking about that earlier this week because I have a class actually this year with that girl. And I kind of had a big realization about it, and I wanted to share that thought with you guys today. So I'm gonna share what I was thinking earlier this week with you guys. So in case you didn't watch that Heart to Heart episode on jealousy, I'll just refresh you guys. Christy is super smart. All my teachers love her. She's pretty, she's funny, she has mostly guy friends, she's extremely athletic, she has had a ton of boyfriends, and she has more followers than me on Instagram. One of the things I was jealous of is like her grades, because we're very competitive in academics, the both of us. Say I got 97%, she would get 102%, and if I get 102%, she'll get 104%. So the point is, no matter what I do, she is always better than me. It was just this constant like trying to one-up each other. She always ended up being a little bit higher than me. So if I was here, she'd always be like right here. And that was the worst part. So that happened like throughout middle school, and it was kind of annoying. But then we started high school this year, and I actually have biology with her. She will remain anonymous. And in this class, we always get tests, and then right after we get the test, we always say, what did you get? And the same things would happen each year. Nothing has changed. So we continue like 6th and 7th and 8th grade, like comparing grades, and then we started to notice something kind of. So, for example, the other day I was telling her like, oh, in my other class, my teacher does this weird grading system, and she does it out of 7, and it's really annoying, like, because if you get 1 point off, you get B. So I was telling her I've gotten like basically all B's this year, and I'm doing really bad. And then she goes, oh, really? In English, like, he does a weird grading system 2 out of 5, but oh, everyone else gets a 5, and I get a 6. And like, I was like, oh my god, it's just... Okay, First of all, like, I was telling her how I was doing poorly, and then she doesn't acknowledge it, and then she says that she does better than everyone. So when she said that, I kind of realized something, and I kept that in mind for the next few weeks of school. So basically, she kind of jumps at every opportunity to tell me that she's doing better than me, or she's doing better than like a majority of our class. And I always thought that it was just like she was informing me of what her grade was, because that's how it usually was. But then I realized that not only does she do that, but she also tells me that she's doing better than everyone when I didn't ask. And in previous years, I focused on the fact that she was getting really high grades. Now I'm realizing the fact that she tells me that, like, I think that kind of says something about her character. I think that kind of means that she's a little bit, like, obnoxious, a little bit self-centered. So going back to my other heart-to-heart on jealousy, that's something I didn't realize. I was focusing on all these things that were perfect about her, like, oh, I'm so jealous of how she has so many friends and how she always gets good grades. That kind of drowns out anything that was amazing about her, because in my opinion, when people are so like stuck up and cocky about themselves, no matter how amazing they are at something, it just shuts everything down. If they like brag about it and tell you when you didn't ask, it's like, why did you just do that? You just ruined everything. So that's like her huge flaw that I missed in the past few years. I always thought that she was this perfect student and I was doing something wrong and she was the one that was getting everything right, but I never focused on how she would go around telling everyone that she was on varsity soccer team and that she scored 5 goals and how all the teachers love her and she got a 6 when everyone else got a 5. And that kind of shows you what kind of person she is. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because things aren't always as they seem, and if you think you're doing something wrong just because you're doing like worse than someone, like try to focus on the other side of them, because everyone has flaws, and one of those flaws might be that they're self-centered. So basically what I'm trying to say is a couple years ago, I thought that this girl was perfect, she had no flaws, and she got all these awesome test scores, and every time I heard it, I just thought that that was that much better of a person she was than me. But what I didn't realize is that she was telling me that, she was kind of bragging to me, but I didn't focus on how she was telling me, I was focusing on what she was telling me. Everyone has flaws, and one of them might be that they love to brag about themselves, which is the case with my friend, which I discovered this year in biology class. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. It kind of was a huge realization for me because I always thought she was this perfect person, and now I know a little bit more about her, which I will keep in mind. So if you guys have a friend like that, maybe my story was a little bit like yours, you can connect on something. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll hopefully see you guys next week on Teenage Critic. Bye!
And alas, the holidays are rolling around again. Here's a DIY gift idea that one of the kids found on the internet. Enjoy!
Hey guys, I have a fun DIY for you today, and this involves personalizing some coffee cups. So here I am drawing the end of a tea bag because my friend really likes drinking tea, but you can draw whatever you like. You can draw animals, designs, quotes. I actually got this idea off of Pinterest, and this idea was perfect because this couple that I know, she really likes drinking tea and he loves drinking coffee. So the idea was just perfect. But once again, you can draw whatever you like that fits to the person's that you're giving it to. Now definitely don't worry if you make a mistake. All you need is a cotton pad and some nail polish remover. You can just wipe it off and you're good to go, and you can redo it again. After you're done with your design, just go ahead and pop it in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes and you're all set. I don't recommend using a dishwasher, so I recommend hand washing all of these cups.